And we're playing some PoE 1 today because PoE 2 is coming out into early access. So we'll see how that goes. We'll probably try to live stream that later, play with some of our friends. But for now, we're gonna kill some time in some PoE 1. And PoE 1 has been, I don't know, to be honest, very, very cool. I mean, I've been enjoying the heck out of it. Now the systems from PoE 1 are not going to be exactly the same as in PoE 2. PoE 2 is, they've made some gameplay changes, some design decisions. From the perspective, they're going to make it a little bit, I think, easier for new players to kind of break into this experience. So, probably the biggest difference will be the skill system.
Ready, exile! It is time to hunt!
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is. Who is this guy?
This land is dying.
Okay. I have to complete his mission. Okay. Find and weaken the beasts so that Einhard can capture them. Okay, good to know. Anyway, as I was saying, probably the biggest difference is that the skills, which are in the form of these gems, there are active skills, and then there are support gems, essentially, that enhance a connected skill. Right now, that's currently based around your inventory system and around the items that you wear. There's sockets that essentially you have to match by color. And, you know, it's definitely a great mechanic. It's a great concept. It's a little bit tough, I think, if you're really new to the game. And I'm very new to the game, so it took me a little while to kind of get around this, to wrap my head around the idea. But PoE 2 is essentially going to change that up by no longer tying it to the individual items that you wear. It'll be a different system, essentially. So that I think it makes it a little bit easier for you to upgrade your gear without worrying about breaking your build, because you might get a new chest, for example, here, but the sockets aren't going to be quite right. They may not be in the right color scheme. They may not be connected the same way, and it's difficult to re-roll these items in order to get the perfect combination. And oftentimes you'll end up probably messing up a piece of gear. You won't be able to wear it. So yeah, so I think they're going to use a different menu-based system in order to allow you to add new skills in PoE 2. We're going to find out. I am excited. Oh God. Hey, got a little beast. Oh, we have some plated gauntlets here. That might come in handy. What are mine? Okay, so it's very similar to what I'm wearing now. That's cool. That's armor 7. Oh, that's much better. I think we'll put that on, and we will pick up these gems and put them where we need to. Okay, and again, this is a support gem. It supports the connected skill, so you can see here it's chance to bleed. This is connected to my cleave, and essentially helps support that, which is pretty cool. I haven't decided which character class I'm going to play in PoE 2 yet. Probably gonna maybe play around with a couple of them to start, see which one really speaks to me. Ooh, I love that skill. And you know, there's synergies. So if you're playing with friends or plan on playing with your friends, there's going to be opportunities for you to sort of select character classes that will harmonize with each other. In fact, there'll be certain skill elements that I think will work together. For example, I believe like the firewall, you know, which essentially creates a wall of fire. That's pretty much exactly as it sounds. I believe if you have, say, like a mercenary or a ranger who's firing projectiles, they can fire through the wall of flames, and it'll change that attack. You'll add essentially a fire element to those attacks. So I'm curious to see what other ones we're going to get out of that. Add my totem, which is convenient. Oh, I can turn my health regeneration aura on.
Oh, that was a juicy one.
Oh, nice. Caught that guy. Very cool. So I believe there will be 6 classes available in early access. And each of those will have, I believe, 2 ascendancies. So ascendancies are like sort of like ultimate forms. They're additional paths in the skill passive tree, and I'll give you an idea of what that looks like. See, the entire skill passive tree is essentially shared between all the character classes. Depending on which class you pick is where you start in this massive tree. So for example, I chose the warrior for this class, so I started here on the tree, and this is essentially the path that we've been on. Okay, so this is where I can go, and you know, I have the ultimate say in where, you know, I put these passive points, and passive points are essentially again upgrades to your character. For example, I chose a melee damage upgrade path here. Okay. And PoE 2 is going to have something very similar to this. So it's going to be one massive skill tree, and you just start in different areas depending on which character class you select. Now, the ascendancies are essentially going to be additional areas of the tree that will unlock once you've met certain requirements, once you've done certain challenges. I believe there is a quest line in the game, ascendancy trials, that you have to complete in order to unlock those additional paths. So we can focus up a little bit here. Ooh. Stunning me here. Ooh, we got a ring. Now I'll be playing on PC, and we'll see how that goes. It will be available early access on consoles. So it'll be available on Xbox, it'll be available on PlayStation systems. That was really good. Ooh, a hammer. But I'll be playing on PC. They are promising cross-platform and cross-save, I believe, because it's account-based. So if you do plan on playing on more than one system, you should be able to cross-account progress. I believe the only caveat that I'm aware of is that microtransactions, because this game does have microtransactions, will be shared across accounts on PC and Xbox, but Sony has made the decision not to allow certain microtransactions to carry across for whatever reason. Okay. Business decisions. Okay, so it is what it is. So plan accordingly, depending on the platform that you play on. All right, not too bad. So, hopefully you all are excited for PoE 2. It should be launching at 1400 Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. And that is... heck, what time is it now? It is currently 1300, so we're about an hour away. Okay, I guess we've done the Beastmaster's quest.
You to learn that I am not popular. The others here are ignorant. They do not see the end coming. They are not survivors like me. You. Before we met, I kept beasts in the encampment. They got into the grain, then the meat. They were not as picky as Einar about where they did their business. I learned that rowers do not digest rower meat very well. So I moved them to a new location. The menagerie. Far away. It is a secret place. This is where we will perform the ritual for the first ones. I have built a blood altar for such a purpose. Do you wish to see it? Tell Einar. You will be taken there.
Alrighty, now we got that through. So we have a bestiary now. Alright, that's kind of neat. I don't know why I would want to release any of these, so I guess we'll hold off on that. Alright, so mission's complete there. Cool. Safe and sound. Search the Dread Thicket for a hideout. Let's go to the world map there. Okay, so I'd have to go... So to do the hideout one, I'd have to go to the western gate. So why don't we do that actually, so I don't get too lost in the weeds here. Let's go back to town. Sorry, just posting. Post that. And just need to copy the link. Post in channel. Alrighty. Let's go. What do we got? I guess we can sell some of this stuff. We don't need any of it. Greater Life Flask. That's 640 life. That's only 307. Okay, I guess we don't really need that. I'm debating on keeping the bismuth. This adds an elemental resistance for a brief period of time. I guess we'll sell it for now. Hmm. 120 mana. That's only 90. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay, that works. Debating on, do I use this? This does have this 12% chance to gain a flash charge. We'll replace it. It's not that important. I'm sure we'll find another one. Alright. I like to keep the stash as full as possible and my own inventory as lean as possible. I can't put that away. Alright, cool. Alright, so the western gate. There we go. The riverways. Alright, let's go get our hideout. So, believe it or not, this game is 10 years old. Came out in 2014. And it's been continuously updated, from my understanding, since that time. And has only gotten more popular. And I guess that's sort of testament to Grinding Gear Games. That's the developer of the Path of Exile series. So I guess their dedication to their craft. You know, how many games do we play that are continuously updated, upgraded, improved, quality of life improvements for that kind of period of time? I mean, we're lucky if we get games that get supported after a year after release. I mean, some games don't even last a couple of weeks after release. We saw a couple high-profile flops this past year alone. Games like Concord. I believe Ubisoft just shut down X Defiant, you know, a shooter. So, you know, games business is apparently pretty tough. So for Path of Exile 1 to be as popular, if not even more popular than it was at its inception and launch, it's testament to the game developer, the game design. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of, I think there's going to be a lot of interest in PoE 2. I mean, I think right now, there's already queues to get into the early access for the second game. Now, the developers, Grinding Gear Games, have promised, I think, support for up to 1 million players at early access launch today. And that they've done some I guess resiliency testing, some simulations that, you know, for their infrastructure that they said, you know, may allow them to even push that even further. We're talking maybe 1.5 million players. And, you know, again, I'm sure they have numbers based on the early access purchase alone. Now, the game is going to be free to play when it launches next year, much like how Path of Exile 1 here is free to play currently. In order to get access to early access, however, you do have to purchase a supporter pack, which I believe starts at $30. There are other packs for higher price points or at higher price points that will promise essentially more. Oh my. Sorry, I had to concentrate there for a sec. That's pretty cool. Yes, so there will be other supporter packs that you can purchase that will include some other additional freebies along with that access. I believe there's armor sets and some other cosmetics, pets. They've also announced that today, if you watch various streamers, influencers, people who will be streaming Path of Exile 2, there will be content drops for watching those streams. I believe it's time-based, so the longer you watch a stream, I think the more, I think that you'll get the opportunity to get some of those rewards. There's some account linking that you're going to have to do with a Twitch account and probably a Path of Exile account. Speaking of that, I wonder if I have to make a new account, or do I use the one that's currently tied here? I'm assuming I use the same account that I use for Path of Exile 1. If you haven't made an account yet, perhaps there's a way to make an account before the game even launches today. I guess we'll have to look into that and see if you're starting from scratch. It might make it easier to get in if you have an existing account already. Again, don't quote me on that. Not sure if that's actually a thing. What else? Yeah, I think that's most of what I know so far. I've been watching some content the last couple of weeks. It seems that they did send early access copies to various personalities, games journalists, some popular streamers and influencers. Apparently they've all been given some form of access. There's been some controversy over that. Not going to get into that, of course. I mean, I don't really care either way. I think that's up to Grinding Gear to determine how they want to handle things like that going forward, and what information is allowed to be to make public out of those type of agreements. I'm sure there's all sorts of NDAs that have to be signed. So, anyway, doesn't really matter. Okay, we have another. All right, that's pretty cool. I love this this earth effect because it sort of synergizes with itself. Let me show you which one I'm talking about. It's called no, not that one. I think it's this one. Earth Shatter and Ground Slam. So one of these, I guess, feeds off the other, creating fissures that you can then sort of make explode with the other earth effect. So, there we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, cool. This is like the longest hour. And that's my totem. That totem's a great totem. It consumes corpses that are generated. And that will essentially return life to me. I'm not sure if I like this blood ability that I unlocked last game. Essentially, it's supposed to spread some sort of blood fever. I think it's here. No, not this one. Cleave. Nope, not that one either. It's one of these. Corrupting Fever. Draws out your own blood to power a buff for duration. Letting the skill can inflict the corrupting blood debuff on enemies you hit, dealing physical damage over time for a short secondary duration. The buff's duration will be refreshed if you spend enough life before it expires. Deals 10.9 base physical damage per second, and the base duration is 6 seconds. I guess if I keep spending life, I guess that's how that works. I don't have a lot of skills that Alright, I guess it kind of works. Don't know if I quite understand the mechanic. Trying to see if I can get this into proc. Yeah, I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. Yes, feed the corpses to me. Alright. Why do we come here again? Oh, right. Search the Dread Thicket. Which is, I don't think, where we are at the moment. At least I don't think that's where we are. Where are we? We are in the riverways. So we want to go to the Dread Thicket, which I guess is one of these other branches, all to the west. Let's see where this one is. The wetlands. Okay. Oh, there's a waypoint over here. Might as well go get that. Okay. Let's see. Oh, he looks dangerous. Okay, I think that did kill him. I guess there was some sort of fever, some sort of damage over time. Because I kept on spamming it, so to refresh that. Okay. Just going through mana like crazy.
My mana is gone.
Alright. Alright, so the buff, the debuff is definitely on this corrupted growth here. Alright. Let's just kill this guy. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Might as well eat some corpses just to clean up the battlefield a little bit. A lot of junk. It's the one thing these type of ARPG games do. Like if you're like a hoarder, you tend to fill your bags with everything you can get. I don't know if it feeds some part of your psyche. By the way, I'm probably going to be playing PoE 2 with a lot of the minimap open. If there is one aspect that I am really looking forward to, is just to see the visuals. I mean, this game looks great for a 10-year-old game. I'm hearing, and from what I've seen online, the PoE 2 is going to be insane in terms of the art style and the art department. I didn't want that. In fact, I don't want a lot of this stuff. This is all kind of garbage. Hello, Jack. What you doing, buddy? Let's rearrange our inventory a little bit. Ooh, greater mana flask. Let's see what this does. Oh, increases the amount recovered. Interesting. That sounds really good. Let's definitely do one of those. Life. Invasion and intelligence. I don't need that. And the other thing too is I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to collect like a ton of loot right in the beginning and you know, kind of save it for other characters, like secondary characters, or if I'm going to maybe ignore that and just focus on one class for a little while. The realm is shutting down in 30 minutes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hold on. What time is it now? It is 13:22. Alright, so that's 30 minutes. So I'm guessing they'll be doing some network maintenance real quick, maybe in preparation for PoE 2? Possibly? Alright, well that's good to know. I guess we'll find the next waypoint if there is one available. Alright, let's run around first. Cleaver, it's one-handed. You know, the thing with skills that rely on being able to spread like an illness is that, you know, you need things to kind of survive their first hit. Uh-oh. What is this thing? Oh. Make him bleed. I don't know if he can bleed since he's a skeleton. Alright. Oh yes, there is a waypoint. Perfect. Oh my god. Like, they're like suicide bombers. Let's run around and level up real quick. We're very close. And then we'll go back to town and we'll prepare for realm shutdown. We're almost there. Probably one more mob. Maybe 2 more mobs. Alright, there's our level up. Cool. Alright, let's see. And we got some gems leveled up. Alright, let's head back to town. Alrighty then, I guess we will come back live once I get everything kind of set up. So, just stick around for a little bit if you like. Otherwise, we'll probably see you around 1400. Hopefully it's not going to be too crazy. Though obviously I want them to be successful, I also want to be able to play their game too. So, gotta keep that in mind. Alright, so I guess we'll log out here. And we'll come back around 1400, 1430 or so. Alright, thanks for tuning in. We will see you in the next one.